Well, as you can see there, I got my Zelda, Link Between Worlds, just came out. Got it at the midnight release party during the Xbox One release, and they said that I could pick up Zelda then. So let's crack this open. And the first thing I noticed was that there's no instruction book on telling you how to play. But here's a new feature in Nintendo 3DS games: electronic manual. Yes, you can view the manual for this game by going on into the game, plugging it in, and then going to select the manual button in order to view the manual. So no more printed manuals. So it could be that Nintendo is becoming more economy conscious and going paperless. As you can see, there's the cart. Those of you that are wondering what the cart design looks like, there it is. And we're going to pop it into the 3DS here. I have it on my charging cradle, so let me take that off. This charging cradle, by the way, is now unavailable on Club Nintendo's website. You can't get it anymore. It's sold out. I was fortunate enough to be the first one to order mine. So put it back on the charging cradle, and you're greeted with the Zelda menu. Now, once you go into the menu, you'll notice a cute little fairy down there. Takes a little while to load, and as you can see, it looks exactly like, well, similar to Link to the Past. But this is a Link Between Worlds. Not really a version of Link to the Past, more like a sequel all on its own. The gameplay is very similar. The layout of the land is very similar, and the soundtrack and sound effects are also very similar to A Link to the Past. So let's get this started. Now, since I've already started a game, I'm not going to show you the main storyline of how this works, because there's going to be a lot of spoilers if I did, but those of you that want to experience the game yourself can do so. Now, as you can see, moving the directional pad moves the camera. You have to use the analog. Now, to slash at the you can still slash at the grasses and mow the grasses with your sword and find rupees, hearts, anything you're looking for, and you can still pick them up as well. Now you come over here. Now you're going to see a lot of these on Hyrule. This is the weather vane. You hit A, and you'll find these all over the place. That's how you save your progress. So you don't have to go to the sanctuary to save your progress anymore. You can just save it right on Hyrule, and there's a place right in your immediate area. And of course, they got the gray pots that you can slash away and get rupees. And playing this one-handed is kind of slow, but I'm the only one holding the camera here, so. But you get the gist of it. I'm going to go ahead and cruise around and show you some of the layouts of Hyrule. As you can see, very, very similar to A Link to the Past. The enemies, very similar as well. Didn't get my sword in time. There we go. Okay, can I do it again? Oh, come on. Yeah, can't do this one-handed. But just to give you an idea, see, remember this? You need the Titan's bracelet in order to get through that. So like I said, the layout is the same. You got your view of the map over here. You access your items by the touchscreen or your gear on this side of the touchscreen. The Y button counts as your held item, and the B button is always going to be your sword. So that's the touchscreen. Every time I go through this tall grass, I'm thinking a Pokemon is going to leap out. And remember this area, that leads up into the area where that boy plays the flute and disappears. Only this time, you go up there. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. All the animals scatter, and you can actually talk to him. There's got to be something there that's going to come together soon. There usually is. Or else why would they mention it? So now I gotta... I'll look for rupees later. But slashing grasses, of course, is a really good way to look for rupees. And you remember this path. Oh, get out of my way. As you can hear, your low heartbeat noise is very similar. Good thing I found hearts. There's the cuckoo nest, and is also part of a little mini game. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that would ruin the surprise for when those of you that are viewing this will want to check this out and find out what that does. Now that went to another mini game. Oh, so we're not open yet. Okay. Yeah, Rupee Rush, they call it in this game, but it's pretty much the same logic as when you've experienced before in A Link to the Past. And as you can see, very similar areas, very similar layouts. Kakariko Village, still the same place. Let's see if I can get there. And here it is. And, as you pretty much well surmised, in the middle of the town, middle of the village, there it is, the weather vane. Only this one is used to save your progress. And you'll find cuckoos all over the place, and if you slash at them enough, what do you think is going to happen? Well, in A Link to the Past, the cuckoos all run off to a corner and huddle. But since Ocarina of Time, you can actually slash at the cuckoos, and their friends give chase and chase you out of there. And every time they touch you, you lose life. You can't get up there yet because you don't have the Titan's bracelet. But as you can see, everything here is very similar to A Link to the Past, with a few updated changes. First of all, you can jump off cliffs to get to the lower levels, just like any other Zelda game. Everything that you've pretty much familiarized yourself with in the old game are back with an updated feel. I am very eager to check out the entire world of Hyrule. And another thing too about Hyrule, you don't go to the Dark World later on. You go to Lorule, is what they call the Dark World in this game, Lorule. And, as you pretty much guessed, here's the castle. There are quite a few different changes, even in the castle grounds. As you notice, these paintings that they're trying to clean, but they just won't come off. And they're everywhere. Now, oh, there's, yeah, watch out for the crows in the trees too, because they will chase you down until you get out of there. Now, one other thing I want to show you too before I close. Go over this way, and this is the way to go in order to find your father. But now that's replaced with a heart container. That was the secret chamber you would go into to find Zelda, actually, and Zelda would be locked up and she would have to follow you out of the castle. But here she's free as a bird, just the way the princess should be. And your father is no longer a hunter, he's a blacksmith. But that, in a nutshell, is the new Zelda game, A Link Between Worlds. So if you've ever experienced A Link to the Past and wish to revisit this area, then by all means, I recommend this to everybody. Even if you're a Zelda fan and have never played A Link to the Past, I still recommend it. And let me go back to my house. Back where it started. So, that's A Link to Between Worlds. Hope you enjoyed it. And, also, let this guy live in your house for a little bit. He's not going to harm anything. He can be quite helpful. So, signing off, this is SonicBlu Darkfold, enjoying my new Zelda game, A Link Between Worlds.